It's not acceptable to send poison to our coast, particularly when there never was any water coming here. There was never any of this coming here.
An algae crisis threatening our treasure coast.
A cycle of despair and disgust amidst promises made and broken.
Billions of gallons of water are rushing from Lake Okeechobee to our coastline.
How much pollution is too much? How much danger is too much? How much before this will stop?
Ten years ago, the Indian River Lagoon was the most diverse saltwater estuary in North America. Now you can't call it that.
It is the constant discharges that happened in 2013, 2014, 2016, 2018.
And they're pumping water that doesn't meet EPA standards onto our coast.
Higher lake levels, environmentalists feared, could lead to Lake Okeechobee releases to the east and west if the water didn't end up being needed to the south and feed toxic algae blooms.
In the northern Indian River Lagoon particularly, and here too, we've lost so much acres of seagrass because of these inundations of fresh water and because of the microalgae blooms that have occurred.
Now it seems like it's more frequent. We get them more and more every year.
And the lake level management, the last time was through ORS 2008, the Lake Okeechobee regulation schedule in 2008. So it's been quite a while since we've had a new schedule.
As agriculture controls the water on the lake and tries to keep the lake levels high so that they are guaranteed their water.
And this has been kind of a push by all sides and stakeholders. Of course, there are the stakeholders that want to keep the lake high for water supply purposes.
So when you think about getting water to Florida's Everglades, keeping toxic water out of Florida's coast, preventing red tide, really managing Florida's water, there's two things that happen. There's the infrastructure that allows water to go to and from one place, and then there's the actual management of that infrastructure, those that pull the levers and push the buttons and decide to send water from one place to another and not into another place. That management, it doesn't cost $1 to change. You don't have to build something new to decide to pull a different lever. You just have to decide to make the right decisions for Florida's environment. We all know Florida's waterways get crapped on year after year. So when I came into Congress, I wrote a bill saying, hey, you know what, Corps of Engineers, you need to redo the crappy management plan that you've been using that destroys Florida's waterways and Florida's Everglades and come up with a new plan. We passed that bill. Then over the past couple of years, the Corps of Engineers worked on all of the scoping that they need to do in order to come up with a new plan. Then they wrote that plan. I didn't get everything that I wanted in that plan, but I did get a lot that I wanted in it. In the end, it's going to be better for Florida's waterways.
There's a schedule, there's a book and a game plan that they follow.
The Lake Okeechobee System Operating Manual, or LOSOM, is the next iteration of how the Corps and the district are going to manage the lake.
And it's kind of a rule book that tells them when they can release water, how much water they release, and where they release that.
With LOSOM right and more water moving south and the infrastructure in place and the philosophy in the right place, we can make this happen.
It's going to get more water down to Florida Everglades because it's going to keep more toxic water out of Florida's east coast and the St. Lucie and out of Florida's west coast and the Caloosahatchee, which means it helps to prevent red tide and it helps to prevent blue-green algal blooms on Florida's coastline where there otherwise would not occur without those destructive, disgusting discharges out of Lake Okeechobee.
If they can lower the level of the lake in the wintertime, then when the rains come, there's less of a chance that they're going to have to release water to our coast.
We have a fighting chance to win this battle.